Traffic. There's a big debate going on right now about traffic in the villages, especially off 44 with Hooters and Walmart coming to town. People are going crazy on Villages News. There have been several letters to the editor talking about traffic at 44 and Morse Boulevard, exactly where the Walmart and Hooters are going. Even some people that don't live in the villages decided to weigh in. Local communities like Ocala and Sandalwood that's just down the road. But who is right? This is Morse Boulevard that leads right up to Highway 44 where a lot of the congestion is coming, especially at this traffic circle. There was 2 accidents in the month of January, one where a woman was flown to Shands and one where a man actually perished when a pickup truck ran into the back of his vehicle. Critics are saying that the traffic is already bad enough and that new businesses to the area are going to make it even worse. Several residents from Village of Chitty Chatty and the Village of Bradford delivered the same message, echoing those calls this past week to the Sumter County Commission. They warned that plenty of other traffic trouble created by the growth of the villages is going to continue, and the light at Morse Boulevard and State Road 44 is terrible. A ton of traffic created, and under the traffic light at the intersection of 301 and the Turnpike as well. Champions of the growth argue that you have to get used to it. Either go early in the morning or go later in the evening. It's not going to change. What are your thoughts? This right here is where the massive Walmart Supercenter is planned, and that is the intersection of State Road 44 and Morse Boulevard. To alleviate some of the traffic, they plan on putting a traffic light west of this intersection, which would be right about here. I don't know if you can tell, but this area is right next to the Villages Grown or Villages Homegrown, whatever you want to call it. And that runs along State Route 44 as well. This is going to be a huge store, and they're planning for it to be 200,000 square feet with a 2,900 square foot fenced garden center. You're talking about 33 and a half acres. Now, on the other side of the opposite corner, across from the Chitty Chatty Bridge, you have Dunkin' Donuts going in and, of course, Hooters. Now, I was out here not too long ago, I think last week, when they broke ground, and you can see it's already changed. They have walls going up and everything else in this area. This is actually where the Hooters is going to be, right in front of the Lake Deaton Plaza, where Publix is, and they are hard at work knocking this area out. Is it going to add that much traffic? I don't know. No one really knows, do they? They can do estimates and surveys with our tax dollars, but we're not going to know until the place is actually open and see when people go there and how often they use them and what direction they're coming. Honestly, on this northern side of 44 here, you're probably going to get most of these people coming off of Morse Boulevard and instead of Highway 44. 44 is more like a pass-through where people come to and from work from Inverness or Leesburg, etc. Now, this road goes all the way in front of Brownwood, which there's new stuff going up over there as well. We'll take a look at that later. But this road, like I said, goes all the way into Leesburg, from Leesburg into Inverness. So it's like a throughfare, almost like the Turnpike, just north. And it also does not have as much traffic yet, but there is quite a bit of traffic coming to this area. If you've been on I-75 or you live near the Turnpike, you know how much traffic is going on. That's why they're talking about expanding the Turnpike to 3 lanes, and they always have a problem at that Wildwood interchange where the Turnpike and I-75 go. I know at this point a lot of people are talking about all the construction going on south of 44 and the new areas south of the Turnpike, how much traffic that's going to bring. But what about this area here? Brownwood still has a lot of development to go. Right over here in Richmond area, you can see in that top right of your screen, that's all supposed to be commercial. There's a whole empty place there. You have new businesses coming up here as well. There's a new Chipotle and a new McDonald's next to the Spar building here. And there's a lot of industrial places back in here as well, including some storage areas and things like that. If you drive up and down 301 alongside of the villages, you're going to see multiple brand new 7-Elevens, tons of gas stations. There's tons of apartment buildings going in there. And Brownwood is littered with apartment complexes now, which are people working in and or around the villages, which is creating more traffic into the area. This road, again, this is 44. This is down by Brownwood where the other golf cart bridge is. And this is headed toward Chitty Chatty and where the Hooters and Walmart are going. In between this area, you also have Continental Country Club. Continental Country Club just north of Lake Okahumpka, or northeast, I would say, which also is a retirement community. And across the street from them is another retirement community. There is a lot going on in this area and a very tight-knit space. This is all going to be retail, or that was the plan not too long ago. You can see the golf cart path goes up and it goes right into the Brownwood Square. And currently it's a dog park, actually. Just kidding. That's what this guy is doing, though. But you can see they have construction supplies here. Are they just leaving them there, or are they actually going to start soon? That's something we're not sure of. I was just down in the Middleton area today for a track meet for my son, and I will tell you that there's going to be a lot more traffic down in that area once Middleton is all built out and you have all those families coming in and out of these areas, working, taking their kids to school, picking them up from school, and all of the above. One letter to the editor asks how the Walmart and Hooters development was approved with the current traffic situation. Was there a traffic study done? The village just does not need another bar, restaurant, or mega Walmart right in the middle of our neighborhoods. It seems there could have been a better option for this parcel of land. Do you agree with her? I'm not sure, but she does make a good point. She's saying the almighty dollar is more important than our lives. Do you give a hoot about the new situation? Honestly, to me, in my opinion, I believe that anytime there's change, there's going to be more accidents, more traffic, etc. Historical context, let's go back to Detroit, 1900 and 1930. There was tons of cars just getting on the road, multiple accidents. But then after time, when they start putting in signage and coming up with traffic policies, less and less accidents, and also safer roads. This led to less deaths, less injuries, less hospitalizations, and the same goes for the villages. The villages has improved this ever since they built on the northern end. So I don't think there's anything to worry about. Obviously, there's going to be accidents regardless. People are on their phone, they're looking down, they're not paying attention, and that's really what you have to look for. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. And as always, I will see you in the next one.